So, Maya, it's finally time for you to reveal the true depths of this mystery. We're gonna figure out exactly how Godot committed this murder, and you're going to help me, god damn it. I will make sure that you do.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. After that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness.
So you think the scream was hers? These red lights! I thought you said you don't remember seeing them!
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha! Things break, right? Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya's telling the truth this time. I know it. The rest is up to me.
Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness!
And here we go! Let's settle this once and for all! Welcome everybody to the grand finale of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. This is your host, the MJ406. And today we are going to solve this murder mystery, finally! And put this whole freaking Faye murder series of events to rest. Light shining in the dark? I don't think you could make a mistake about that.
Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but I can't say for certain. And I can't tell you for sure that they were from Mr. Godot's mask either.
I don't get the feeling she's covering for him anymore, but just in case. But just after that, you turned towards the lights and called for help. Isn't that because you thought the lights were coming from Mr. Godot's mask?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what I was thinking at the time, but I can't remember. After all, there was a person I could identify in front of me.
Maya's life was in terrible danger at the time. There's no way she could remember the details of the scene perfectly.
Alright then, let's go on to the testimony. What did you do when you saw the red lights?
Okay, yeah, so she could have thought she saw Godot. She's pretty sure it's him, but isn't absolutely definite about it. That blood, was it Dahlia Hawthorne's blood?
I think so, probably. Just at that moment, I heard a soft scream that seemed to be close by. It was a woman's voice.
So that was when the killer stabbed the victim from behind the murder weapon. Is that right?
Without a doubt, Maya was in the middle of a really dangerous situation.
Anyway, the victim was stabbed by the murder weapon. What happened after that?
Yeah. She struck back at the enemy behind her before she died, huh? That's what you say? Struck back? How do you know that?
Well, you're right. I didn't see it exactly, but I could tell by the sounds of their breathing and movement, and also the smell of blood.
You have witnessed more horror than any young lady should have ever have to in one life.
I can agree with that.
So then what did you do at that point?
I couldn't move. I could just barely make out their shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do.
Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier?
Yes, I think so, but...
Uh-huh. The whole area was dark. Okay. They went out?
Yes, suddenly I couldn't see them at all.
Well, what could it mean?
If the red lights were coming from Godot's mask, and they went out right in the middle of a fight,
Maybe the mask was damaged.
or maybe it was knocked off.
Or maybe the batteries ran out. Right, right.
Huh?
Or maybe those little red pinhead-looking lights just stopped working.
What could have really happened then? What's with all these possibilities? Damn it! But then you heard a scream, huh? What do you mean by just at that moment? You mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. It was a man's voice.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What?
Ah! Godot screamed. Oh.
So that scream came from the killer?
Uh-huh. That's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow. I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
It sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder. Didn't she throw the staff away according to... I don't know. I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create enormous contradiction.
That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct.
Remember the testimony she just gave? before the killer let out a scream. Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Oh, right.
Ah! Is that right?
That's what you said. She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. Ooh, I think we have something.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Trite.
There's only one thing I can think of, and that could have been used as the weapon here.
The other had already been stabbed in the back by the staff. What could she have used to strike back at the killer?
Well, it's a weapon that we determined did not have the victim's blood. Therefore, naturally, the dagger that killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree.
Yes, the detective found that this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well. Damn right.
Just because you let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood of the dagger could have been from the victim.
That's what you think, but I don't. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. And that's what will solve this whole thing.
So you're saying the blood of this dagger belongs to the killer?
Exactly. A DNA analysis of this blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood. There's no way you could disprove this now.
Nice theory, Trite.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good idea myself.
Order the cart!
Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test. Yeah, that's a tough one to overturn.
Huh. Let me ask you something, Trite. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer.
Okay, hypothetical, got it.
You really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes, what does that prove?
Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
That can't be.
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Trite. That blood, it doesn't belong to me.
Uh-huh.
Not a chance.
What? Are you saying that's what you did? You asshole. In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right then, witness, continue your testimony. Wait, what?
Well, wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Wait, what? Maya? How dare you use a contradiction argument on me? How dare you?
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer.
Okay, that's right.
But, if Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have a rib in them, right?
Maya, maybe he just changed his clothes? That solved the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there.
Oh, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple.
Yep.
Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes.
Ack! Wow, she got me. Damn it. Wow. Beaten by Maya. How weird it feels.
Oh, the court, what is this?
Shut up, Judge. Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Ah, damn it. Did the judge take smart pills during the last recess? Damn it, he's never this good. Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. That way he wouldn't get any blood on them. With how cold it was, Phoenix, no.
That's impossible, Trite. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Ah! Damn it, they're crushing my whole theory!
Ha! So that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Ugh. Right now, if Mia Fey were here...
Huh?
If Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already.
If Mia Fey were here?
So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer, but can you prove it?
Have you got even one piece of evidence? The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. Because I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. It's one of my rules, if you will. So, I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition just as you want it.
Ha! That's good. A fire to the bitter end, right?
Oh my god, this objections theme! Oh my god, it's from the first game! Oh my god, everything's coming together!
Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
Instant death! Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
You give me a break. You've got nothing, right?
So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. Right. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided that it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a bloodstain on his clothing. I know, but there's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. What did you say?
Hidden?
Uh-huh. Think of it, something that's never removed. This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there is no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, right? Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer had hid his wound?
It would be on your person, sir. That's right.
Huh. I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was.
He would say this if you presented anything else, but if you get it right...
Isn't that right, trite?
He sees the image of Mia if you guess him right. Otherwise, you instantly lose.
What was that just now? Mia?
That's right.
It can't be. You're living on through him?
That's right, I'm channeling her, bitch! Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. And I am
Going to prove it.
I have surpassed my mentor! It's beneath your mask! During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face! Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved. So? Damn, I didn't mean to blow it up. I'm sorry. I just wanted it removed, not destroyed. But with that reaction, I have finally proven my point. And just like that, we are done here, ladies and gentlemen. I have won. Oh, victory is sweet.
Just now, I saw her spirit in you.
Huh? I was kidding about that, but alright.
I never liked you. 6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die.
Yeah, I can see why you have a grudge against me when I look at it that way.
But you didn't care. You just kept living a pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot!
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive.
It was you, right? That cliche phrase?
Was me.
Yep.
You yourself? I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya!
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, she would have let her take the fall at this point because of me.
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
No. Why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
Damn you, Godot. You're wrong! You put her life on the line to save Maya! In the end he did, but maybe it wasn't...
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette,
Ah, of course.
a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that I wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me.
Oh, so maybe you saw Misty Faye unchanneled, but just went with it anyway?
It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming.
Just because you saw the image of Dahlia, you had to go for it.
I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else?
Yup, revenge for her for ruining your life.
Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge?
In that sense, I could see that.
And now, I don't know anything anymore.
Yep, I can see how you can see your own actions as petty.
I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom.
Man,
You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off. As a true defender of the people.
I mean, yeah, I wanted to live in her footsteps to prove her innocent to start with and just carry on from there.
In that one moment, I understood everything.
Just from my undeterred determination to prove you guilty. Mr. Godot. I am a little sorry I had to end up like this, though.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Ah! And there's the wound, I guess.
Thanks.
Your wound? It's bleeding! We should probably get it taken care of!
Ha! Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist.
Ah.
These must be my tears. Tears? Ever since I woke up from my coma. I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando!
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Yeah, it's the same thing he said to Mia back then. We really have come full circle all the way back to the beginning, huh? What a crazy journey this has been. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor?
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body of the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor.
Mr.
Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk, and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Well, very well then. Before I hand in my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Yeah.
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright.
Oh, yes?
I want to apologize to you.
Apologize? To me? For what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
Oh, right. Of course. Of your twin trying to murder me, but then murdering somebody else and trying to get me convicted for that murder instead. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. I never saw it coming somehow. How sadistic she was.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
You and my sister, you only met twice.
Huh? Ha. We only met twice? So that's how she knew me.
The first time you met was on that fateful day.
Yup.
The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this courthouse. Next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine.
Uh-huh.
And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way! It can't be true! I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... Uh-huh.
For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dolly Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister.
Huh? It wasn't Dahlia.
I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny.
Mm-hmm. So, you mean... Yep. He was with Iris the whole time in a true relationship, but she did it to protect him from Dahlia.
That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
Man. but why? Why did you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave me the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? Yikes.
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place.
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed, and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer.
So that's when she stepped in, huh?
She didn't console me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that it ever happened.
Ah, the day she went full commando. Wait, that was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime. She would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Huh? Noticed what?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her, even if it meant her life. Or mine.
Iris!
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
Oh, I have something to say to you, too.
Yes?
A courtroom confession!
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dolly Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Aww.
Thank you.
Well, isn't that sweet? Nice to see there was a good relationship hidden under that after all.
How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had.
It's a satisfying ending indeed.
Don't you think so? Phoenix Wright?
I sure do. Oh, this tastes like cat piss. Yeah, I think you're right. Is this what you've been drinking, dude? Now I see why I don't drink coffee, if this is what you're into.
The purpose of this trial is to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Dotem. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant guilty!
Wait, no, not guilty. Damn it, you still can't get that right.
Court is now adjourned. Get the hell out of here. I'm tired. I'm missing my nap time.
Oh, there we go. We finally solved it. Iris and Maya are both absolved from the crime. Thank God. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended? Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand. Of course justice was served. Oh, I guess you saw the whole thing. Mia! I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Mr. Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean, with that verdict? I think one day, you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. But Mia! You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Mia! I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, Phoenix. When you're dead. Thanks! But I've handled lots of cases and I've seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. I finally got an answer for that question, Edgeworth.
Nick,
Maya!
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did she say?
That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But...
Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick.
Maya, how? How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Ouch! Oh, right, you were there for Francisca.
Still as softy as always, Phoenix, right?
Excellent work, right?
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? When did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
Yeah. If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere. The defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow, but where were you, Nick?
I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, he lay in bed, shivering from his fever with Iris, with his hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch! Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Francisca.
I don't suppose.
Wait, who is this? Oh, right, Laurice. There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
Oh, Larry!
What's with the longer than usual face? I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once.
But that's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good.
No. Oh, yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
What? Me?
Why are you making that face? Huh, Edgy?
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance.
You really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well, too? Wah! My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. Then you'll do it like you promised? You're going to model my next picture book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trip? Ah! Don't get carried away.
You're hoping for too much, Larry. As I would expect.
Well, how about that?
Guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at.
The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good, too, if you ask me.
Huh? What the?
Now you mention it. I haven't seen her around.
Pearls? Wait, where would she have gone? Oh, right. Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back.
Oh, right. She unchanneled.
Hey, Pearlie!
She was channeling Mia, but then Mia got away from her, huh?
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Francisca. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well. In prison, not in death.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya's a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one who was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Edgeworth. I think I'm starting to understand too. Ow!
Then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who is Maya being strong for?
Well, I think she realizes that things were happening because of her mom, maybe. Because of that, she probably feels bad in some way.
Pearl Fay.
Uh-huh. The poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fay clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. Unfortunately, she was wrong. Dead wrong. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. She really seems like a big sister.
But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearls' sake. Until she can see her smile again. Oh, hey, Gumshoe!
Oh, hey! So this is where you all were! Wow, looks like we've got quite the bunch here today. Ouch! What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win! Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me! My salary just sort of kind of gone down my teeny wee bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. Ah!
Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward.
Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Très bien! Where else?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone! Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal! Hey, you, crybaby! You're invited too!
Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya is taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. I wonder what... Oh. Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearlie, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
I'll bet she just went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault. What should I do?
Detective Gumshoe,
Yeah, what is it, pal?
could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I will... We'll join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick!
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the... Ah!
Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
That hurts a lot, you know. You keep moving the same spot.
Don't
Keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
But where should we look? Where could Pearlie have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. So, where would pearls be? Ah, back here. I see. That would make a lot of sense.
Hazakura Temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back again so soon.
Hey, Bikini.
Sister Bikini. I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here? Pearlie's here?
Ow.
She's in the trading hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay.
God. Everybody's getting gassy. It's really annoying.
Pearlie's not here.
Ah! Maya! The hanging scroll!
Ah!
It's been cleaned up!
Someone cleaned it off.
It's gotta be pearls.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Pearlie! Why? Why'd you just leave like that? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Oh, pearls. She knew about the gravy thing, wanted to clean that up for her sake.
I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother.
That's why you came here?
It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearlie. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother's gone, but how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie to just make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now.
That is true.
That's why I have to be strong for all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya! I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Hello, Bikini.
Sister Bikini! Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
All right.
After dishonoring the good name of Crine, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya's always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me, until the day I die.
Right.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong.
Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets.
She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh?
Huh?
There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the Master's talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents. Oh!
That's...
There's something inside. Oh, shit.
A photo? Ah! Mother.
Oh, she had a photo of her family. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? What are you fighting for? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. And well, ha! Oh, just like with Pearl, oh, mine did the same thing. Even when the battle is over, and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. Wow. So Pearls made a mistake that Maya also made. That's very nice. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting.
Ah!
This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training. I promise.
I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back.
All right, we're going to have a great feast tonight, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight.
You know, there's one thing I don't get. You probably don't want to, but
What is it, Nick?
reservations for training is fine and all. But why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh? But I can't channel spirits.
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you.
Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course naturally.
Huh? What? No? Huh?
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time. Right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I could say just one little thing.
Sure. Of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Well then, here goes nothing.
Objection!
Fuck off! I don't want to do it! You can't make me! Oh, and there we go. Just like that, the whole series is wrapped up nice and neatly.
I'll really have to work extra hard now. Master Karine and the office manager of Writing Company Law Offices. And I have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick, too.
And me?
Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that.
Again. It's like you're expecting that because it happens to you all the frickin' time. Then again, you should expect it. It's like a hobby of yours to get kidnapped or put in prison for murder.
So it's true. Mr. Nick really is Mr. Maya's knight in shining armor. He went through the special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here, too. I think I'll surprise the 2 of them by making them a secret reservation.
It's not really a romantic endeavor, but okay. Fine, Pearls, you can keep your shipping means if that's what makes you happy. We'll just not go against it since that's what makes you happy. Fine.
Man, you bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. It feels familiar. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off.
Maybe 5, but okay.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is just more detective-like, sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly.
Ew. Nice to see Gumshoe finally is probably in a good relationship with Maggie Bird. Wow. I'm glad things worked out for him too, finally.
Mr. Wright, I'm once again in your debt.
Thanks to you, the Treasures of Karine exhibit was a great success. I even got to see Miss Von Karma, who I hadn't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip and said that I must show you what I've learned. Oh, god damn it! Francisca, stop trying to make other people punish me in your stead. That's not cool, you know. Ugh, I'll have to grow used to it, I guess.
Desi and I started a company called Mask to Mask Consulting.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city.
Our motto is, cut it out, please!
Pretty cute, huh?
Well, we also sell plans to the criminals as kind of a side business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals.
You're not wrong. You're the ones giving them the time to actually come up with all the shit and steal everything. I think other businesses would be worried, unless you could use that for security purposes and another side business.
I wanted to show you my appreciation, Mr. White, for exterminating Don Tigre. So I lent him $500,000 and a tea set, a special fig tea, one I mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Went through compromise. Hee hee hee.
I know you really are an innocent, nice girl, but you are creepy because of your ties with the crime family of the Cadaverinis. Oh yeah.
I'm just an odd in the way. A wriggly, grubby, clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least, that's what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 6, 9 years old, and I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper.
That's why they're keeping you away. It was for a surprise party, you nincompoop. Through all the misunderstandings along the way, it's nice to have made a lot of nice connections with people.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Elk. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is
Animata. So many palindromes.
As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
Yeah, if you didn't know, by the way, I never mentioned that. All the programmers' names there, including Glenn Elk, were all palindromes. You know, their names forward and reverse are exactly the same. Which is kind of interesting.
My. More reporters? Since the murder, we've made so much more money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in spring.
Yeah, sure.
I can hardly wait for Iris to come back.
I mean, I'm sure that's more of it. Although people are probably actually looking for information. Believe me, it's not all for the visual, sexual flair, I'm sure. Speaking of Iris, I wonder how she's going to be handling herself. Oh, there she is! Oh my god!
Turned into such a respectful man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
Oh, god damn it! I should have known that would have been a problem. Look, I just had to get over it, okay?
Objection!
Oh wow, they actually gave me the voice cast for the people who did the voice for a bit. So there you go. If you're wondering who did the voice for all the characters for their brief little
Objection!
vocal, well, uses, we got, well, here you go, the voice actors for each. I don't really know if any of them did anything. I mean, it's very simple and straightforward, so you don't really need too much of it. I don't know if any of them really went on to do anything, but hey, it was a nice bit of, you know, audio flair.
Objection!
I guess you could say that. There's not a lot of gameplay when it comes to this series, but, you know, when it comes to the vocal cast, you know, the presentation as a whole, like audio quality. Why'd you throw the coffee cup again, you dick? Ah, there you go. But yeah, the audio quality of the series, the music, as well as the, well, yeah. A lot of the visual and audio presentation values as a whole, despite the lack of gameplay from it being a visual novel style game, I thought it was pretty high quality. Oh god, no!
What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation. No one is here to greet me? I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit, and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? What with all the flashing lights and switches, I feel like some sort of space alien. And now what am I going to do with all these macadamia nuts I brought back for everyone? Remember the Reggie Boo, I know they'd say sell them. I'm really gonna appreciate this. Oh, and I'll ever find a gentleman and a refined lady.
Oh my god, she's still as whiny an old bag as ever. But yep, they even referenced her for the first 2 games. She was the other person working with Larry there. Speaking of Larry,
I finally found something I love to do. Franzie's Swimmity Whip Trip is gonna turn the art world on its head. I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial, I'm an artist. A really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all.
wow, you finally found her calling. Good for you, Larry. Took you long enough to figure it out. But yeah, it's nice to see everybody's managed to settle into a good, happy life, including a nice, actual portrait done by Larry. Good job, man. Wow. Your entire main cast for all the main Phoenix Wright games, including some people from the past. How'd you get a portrait of Mia? How'd you do that? You remember the one time that she was there for you in your first time you were accused for murder? I mean, still. At least Larry had some good memories too, despite his carelessness throughout this whole trilogy, particularly this game and the first one. But there we go! That is the end of the entire Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy! And well, I gotta say, well, yeah, I said it earlier, you can't think of much of it from a gameplay standpoint because, you know, it's a visual novel by trade. So, you know, there's point-and-click points to it, but it's a lot of reading and storytelling. But, you know, with a game like this, it's really how involved it gets you the story that makes an impact for how good the games are. I mean, yeah, from a game, it doesn't look like much. But as an experience, well, it's timeless. It's a very fun experience to go through that I really hope people can appreciate the series for. It's a pretty good storytelling. And well, the thing is, while yes, there are more games after this, this could have been seen as the official end of the series because, well, the original producer of the series, he wanted to end here because, well, he came up with a firm conclusion for everything. Everything having to do with Maya and the Fae clan and all the troubles they had, the Master bringing her back to be the murder victim because of Morgan Faye trying to get Pearls to be the Master once again. Phoenix having to deal with his past of how he became a lawyer to begin with, dealing with the people that brought him there, and finally being able to surpass Mia, even by Mia's own words, to become the greatest defense lawyer there could be. Proving himself to Edgeworth, having Von Carlo come back to the ride for some reason, and well, finally giving Diego Armando, the man who loved Mia and wanted to do everything he could to help her, who ended up dying through it, not being able to revenge on Dahlia, but being able to, well, prove that he could help Mia in some way by protecting Maya. Now, unfortunately, he got convicted as a murderer for that. I mean, it's the only way they could have done it without having Pearl or Maya be convicted with only Misty, Maya, Pearl, and somebody else over there. They can only pick Godot to make it impactful, I guess. And well, say what you will about the occasional plot hole there, here and there, a lack of logic. I will say this, though. I still love the series for what it is, flaws and all. It's a fun joyride. The over-the-top quality it has. I mean, the over-the-top, you know, banter, all that stuff. I believe there was a reference I missed in that last testimony. I think if you went to the very end, I think Phoenix Wright might have said something about, that because of the way things were. Shit, I forget. I certainly makes a Sailor Moon reference. It's like, he said something about I could be struck down by somebody who fights in the pale moonlight or something. He referenced the dubbed song of the Sailor Moon anime for Sailor Moon. So yeah, and there were plenty of pop culture references, like Large Curls or Mo the Clown, his name referencing all the Stooges, as well as him having a freaking mentioning the A-Team theme as well as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air rap. Like, yeah, there's a lot of fun that comes with this series. The translation team, they took their liberties, sure, like making it based in America instead of Japan, but, you know, for what it was, they did a pretty damn good job. They still made it very flavorful and fun. So, yeah, I know this series has never been super popular on my channel, but you know what? It was a passion project of mine to get through this series, and I'm happy I did, because at least for the original trilogy, I really enjoyed the series. It was a nice, fun ride, and, well, the compelling characters and the fun, interesting, puzzling narrative really kept me wanting to know more. Unfortunately, not a lot of people can say that for the rest of the series, but, you know, the rest of the series is still fine, but at this moment, nothing has surpassed the third game of the series for almost every fan. But like I said, while the first game could feel a little small and, well, a little complicated and be a little weird, the second game proved some things, but wasn't as interestingly in a narrative sense like the first game. The third game brings out the best of both and manages to tie both games together in a way I'm sure Mass Effect wished they could have. Take that, trilogy-based storytelling. But, yeah, it's a fun journey. Like, it's kind of hard for me to recommend you playing this game. You watch the whole series, but, you know. I think there's a lot of fun at the end of the day. Which, by the way,
Objection!
You can go to the Japanese version if you want. And yeah, you can start the whole game from scratch there.
Objection!
So you can do the whole Japanese version of the trilogy as well, which is nice if you can read. I guess it's time for localization for people that like imported the Japanese version or something. Or I don't know. But yep, I like this series. And while the games aren't really as strong from here on out after this game, but they're still good. Like, I know there's a mixed reception to all of them, particularly the next one. The fourth one has people that really like it, and people that really hate it because it, well, based on the title, you can probably assume it doesn't actually star Phoenix Wright. But I'll just leave that for there. So yeah, the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. It's a nice, fun ride. To see Phoenix Wright develop into his beginnings as a defense attorney, learning from Mia even after her death, and his developing relationship with Maya helped him to grow even more. And well, that managed to help him save Edgeworth at the end of the day from his past of him wanting to go from a defense lawyer like his dad to a prosecuting attorney. Like Manfred von Karma, the man who took him in, and was the one who actually killed his father, in secret. But Phoenix managed to save him in return for what he learned from Edgeworth in the past. And good for him on that note. Justice for All, unfortunately, doesn't have the same impact for the storyline, but you know, it continues that. We see there's some conflict in the Faye clan because of what happened with Morgan Faye. And, well, yeah, she wanted Pearls to be the next master. We got introduced to Pearls, a nice, sweet girl who sees love as a very precious thing. And sees Maya's appreciation for Phoenix as an example of that. A little too much so. But hey, she's young. And, well, Phoenix had to learn in the last case what it truly meant to be a defense lawyer. Something that Edgeworth came back to prove to Phoenix Wright. That you have to fight for your position to defend those who have been accused. But in doing so, you gotta dig your way to the truth. Whether it's through actually fighting for what you believe to be the truth, or fighting your side to use your points for your advantage to confirm what is actually the right verdict. And yeah, the little, you know, philosophy thing at the end, it was nice, but it wasn't really, like, very impactful. And yeah, I do like the last case of this game a lot. But then again, that's about it. The first case is interesting. The first case was light. The second case was good. The third case, a lot of people don't like the circus one. I get why. The characters are annoying, but, you know, it has a nice emotional impact at the end. But the last one's really good, too. And Maya got kidnapped. I forgot about that. And we have to see it all come full circle in the final game. Got to see Mia start, the person, how Phoenix Wright met her, how Mia met the person that wanted to kill Phoenix Wright, and how that started, how that connected to Phoenix Wright, and apparently even she connected to the Faye clan as well. Everything came full circle with the Faye family. From the second case of the first game all the way to the end. Everything the Fays have been fighting for, well, it all came up to a final conclusion. So really, the case isn't so much a friggin' conclusion for Phoenix Wright, although it did finally make him feel like an official great defense attorney. It also was a good, you know, firm ending for protecting the Faye main family, mainly Maya. And well, her relationship with the rest of the Fays, including Mia, her sister, and Pearls, the one who would have been the master had she died. But Pearls knows that. And well, like I said, it's a satisfying end for a conclusion. Now, I've been rambling on for a long time about it, but I really like this trilogy, alright? It's really good to me. Alright then, with that solved, I can finally end this series. It's been a long time coming, my throat's been getting killed by it, but you know what? I passionately fought through. I'm happy I did. I felt like I did alright. But you know, if you want to go through this game on your own, explore some of the dialogue, or you know, make your own decisions on how to approach some of the cases, you can do that. But like I said, there's not too much from a gameplay standpoint. In regards to storytelling, the Phoenix Wright games are some of the best in video games. They're simple but fun. And while I can tell you this much, they're better than some of the controversial stories we get in AAA games. Then again, I would hope that'll be obvious to some of the controversial ones from last year, for example. Last of Us 2. Ha! Part 2, excuse me. But you know what I meant. At least they're firm, and a lot of people actually took the time to go through it, enjoyed the story for what it was. And people have different opinions on all of them, too. There's a lot of depth to this. It's a lot of fun, and the fun writing makes it all the more enjoyable. And with that, I'm finally going to stop talking about it. I'm going to end the series here for now. I don't know if I'm going to continue this series. Like I said, I don't see it as being very popular for my channel, but I at least wanted to finish the trilogy off, so it felt right to me. Whether I'll continue on to the 4th game or not, I'll have to wait and see. Depends on if I have nothing else on the table, but, you know, I kind of do want to get up to the point where the story is at the moment. Although having certain games not come out internationally, like The Great Ace Attorney, which is like the prequel to the entire series, as well as the second Miles Edgeworth spin-off game, which apparently was super good. Yet the first one didn't sell well, but we did get that one, and that one was interesting from what I've heard. I'll have to play that one at some point. Maybe I can do that blind. I'll wait and see. Okay, I've been rambling for too long. So, what's coming next for our channel? I have no freaking idea. Maybe Extreme 2's now ending, or In the Blind Forest, I'm pretty sure it's still going. I hope. And yeah, that's about where I stand. So, what a fun time I've had. I'm glad this trilogy is finally put to rest. I'm glad I got to enjoy this story again. It really is a fun tale to spin around and, you know, appreciate for what it is. If you're not that much into visual novels, I get it, but, you know, for the people that like a good story to read, this really is a great story more than anything. Maybe not a game, but a story. And I'm happy I got to tell it in my own way. My own stupid, awful voice acting way. This has been tiring, though. I need to take a break. So, guys, and, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys around. Be sure to check out my channel, my friends' channels, my co-op channel, all that stuff. Don't forget to check out the previous 2 games if you haven't already, because, well, they're the ones that built up to what this whole 3rd game was about. If you only came with the 3rd game, I consider that a little weird, because with how heavily story-based it is, not playing the first 2 games feels wrong. But at least they give you context clues from the previous games if you didn't play them, so you at least go along with this one properly. Which, you know, is nice. Then I think it's a Japanese tradition of always flashing back to previous mediums to make sure that people that haven't seen the previous, you know, episodes of that medium in a while know exactly what's going on. Which is nice to have.
Previously on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Next time on Apollo Jump. Wait a minute, we're not there yet!
Oh, yeah. I will say, at least the next game starts off strong, but it doesn't really get better after that. Okay, I've rambled long enough. Thank you all for watching and take care. I hope to see you guys again. And, please watch my stuff. I really appreciate that people actually take the time to watch everything I do. It fills up an empty void in my heart. Wow, that's really lame.